Hello everyone. Yeah, see if I can pan out a little on this. I might need to move my camera, so it might be a little too close. Let's out a little bit more. Hey, sodium-free salts, can you tell me if you can see? Let's see. I think I need to adjust my camera. Sorry everybody, I'm always making adjustments. Let me go ahead and do this real quick, because I don't think you guys, I mean, you can see what I'm doing, but I don't think you can see what I'm doing. There we go, that's better. Just a little bit better there, yeah. Okay. All right, so today's gonna be a little different. Today, I'm actually gonna work with resin and resin art and painting with resin, things like that. And let's see, these are a couple of my art pieces that are going into the gallery. Those are tide pool pieces where I put a bunch of things, I put a bunch of stuff in that's just random, and it's really fun. I even bought, I bought some new stuff too. I have to bring my new stuff out. Anyway, I pre-prepped these out, but they're not done. That one has abalone in it. I'm going to make a triple necklace with this one, along with these other two hearts. Am I live? Am I doing this right? See, my mic is on. Am I actually playing? Am I actually here? Just checking, because I did an entire segment and never turned on streaming. It was so great. This one's a really neat one. This one's fun because it's got two sides. And I have a really cool idea for this one. Or I might even get a different one and start anew with it. I think I will. So I've got a few fun shapes I want to work with today. Right there. So these ones I've been working on, and I put in a few layers on them. Let me see if that's a little better. Oh, well that's, now it's adjusting. Still, you can't, well, I don't think that's working very well. Oh, I know what's going on. My bad. Everybody just give me one sec. For some reason the overhead lights are on and they make everything horrible. Here we go. Let's see, now we can see colors and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. Let's see if I turn on that one. That's just too much. We won't do that. Oh good, so now you guys can kind of see it, which is good. It looks a little yellow. Oh, there we go. It color corrected itself. That's good. Okay, so I have these cute little seashells. I've got some starfish. I've got little chips of abalone that I love putting in these things. I even bought a couple things. I spoiled myself. I bought tiny little glow-in-the-dark stars just because I thought it would be so cool. Anyway, I'm going to grab those and I'll put those into something here. So what I'm working with today is UV resin, and I love working with UV resin. It's just very, very zen. Very, very fun. If you have any questions, just let me know. Let's see here. And I'm sorry about it wiggling. I've got to work on that. If you hear me and see me, be sure and text me and let me know. Okay. All right, so I have all my stuff set up. This is good. And go. Just verifying that I'm working. And once I know that it's actually working, we'll get into this. I'm gonna go grab my little stars. So the coolest part about working with resin is you don't have to buy stuff. You can actually, if you're at the beach and you find cute little shells in the surf, that is a great way to work. You can pick up little branches, twigs. I have friends who have put in flower petals and all kinds of stuff into their work. Okay, and here's the little glitter I was talking about. They're like really tiny stars. And I'm going to put those in this one, I think. I'm going to put some on one side of this one just for the fun of it. So I'm really enjoying this kind of a Zen difference, a little deviation from what I usually do. See here. All right. Oh, I'm gonna have to put this in a little box. Let me find a box for it. Sorry about all the noise, folks. Oh, some days I just can't find anything. All right, I know I had a spare box. Because I did. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm just gonna move on like people can see me. Even though I'm not getting much feedback, which is totally fine. So I have this little tray here, and I'm gonna put a couple of these stars in there, and you can probably barely see them. I'm just gonna put them right there. But they're super cool because they do glow in the dark beautifully. Put this back in here. If I'm not really recording, hey, I raised kids, so I'm used to being ignored at school. I talk to nobody. It works out fine. They've left the room already. Oh, I also have in here, this is my little scrap one that I keep around. Look at this perfect little starfish. Look at the colors in that. Isn't that one magnificent? I think I'll be putting that one in today. This is just a chain I have that's left over. Oh, bring this back over. And there's some, I made these starfish with a little mold. And then here's some just random little pieces of abalone along with a couple other random pieces. And I love having these pieces to work with. To me, no piece is too small. No piece is too small. Okay, this one actually is attached to there. Okay. All right, so let's have a little fun. Kind of weird working without music, but it's okay. We're doing fine. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this today. I'll get back to oil painting tomorrow. I promise. I love oil painting. I just wasn't up to it today. I was just feeling this vibe. There's just so much going on in the world, and we just need to breathe deeply, and sometimes we just don't need to think. And today's one of my do not think days, and this is a perfect thing to do when you're not going to think. You're just kind of just going with it. And I'm just seeing if anybody's getting back to me. There we go. I was just getting verification that I'm alive, and I don't know if I am. Anyway, okay, so first thing to know about UV light resin is that you can cure it in the sunlight, or you can cure it using a lamp, which I have, or you can with a UV flashlight, which I also have. And it's better to do thin layers. I do ocean pendants. Let me grab one of those to show you what it looks like. And these are the ones I sell through the gallery. And if you take a look at it, it actually has real beach sand, and the beach sand I get from, oh, yay, I'm here. Okay, so the beach sand I actually collect from the beach when I'm there. So it's authentic beach sand, and then I paint in different layers on the bottom with actual paint. I let it cure and dry, and then I start putting tinted layers on top of that with different transparent resin that's tinted in greens and blues and deep blues. And then eventually I start to put in seafoam, which is usually about 2 to 3 layers on itself, and then I top it off with a nice little dome of transparent color. It is waterproof. You can go in the shower with these on. They are pretty durable. It's kind of wonderful. So I'm kind of working on that kind of stuff today. Now these I painted in and cured, and then I put in some beautifully sanded colors. I've mixed them up. I mixed them up myself, all of them as different things for different reasons. You can do gradients, you can do all kinds of fun things, but let's just get to it. And I have confirmation that I am live. Yay! Okay, I'll put this to the side. We don't need that there. Okay, so we've got fun things. We've got this. I've got my UV light. You also will need a heat gun. Put this so it's just inside. We don't need to have this right out there. And I am brought to you guys today by Ventura, the Buenaventura Art Center again. I should put that QR code up. All right. Tide pool necklaces are fun. Okay, let's see here. Give me one moment, my friends. I probably should have set up better. I swear to you, I'm a little left of center these days. Okay, so Buenaventura Art Association is our sponsor today. So I'll just put that up in the top corner. We'll just go from there. All right. So I like J. Diction, but there's a lot of good brands out there. I prefer to stick with J. Diction or with Let's Resin because I know them, and I'm always concerned about yellowing over time, because cheap resin will yellow over time and get foggy. So I get ones that I know are going to be pretty good. And here's regular UV resin. And this one is a thinner resin. This one is the harder type resin that's higher gloss. So there's different viscosities. You will have rocks soon. Oh yes, those are going to be fun. So those who know me in real life bring me little fun things to put in my jewelry, and it's so awesome. Like right now my husband's in Tahiti, and he is going to be bringing me back some fun things, which I appreciate, to put in jewelry and to sell. I have made coasters and things like that, but my true favorite thing to do really is these kind of things, the little nature jewelry fun things. Okay, and when we get those brown red rocks, that's going to be super fun. I will make jewelry out of those sodium-free salts, and maybe I'll make one for you and one for me, and it'll be great fun. That way you'll have a permanent reminder of that amazing vacation you took. Where were you, if you don't mind me asking? Okay. All right, so turning on the light is too much. Now I do have a magnifying glass for when I do some of my, like for instance, some of my really small work. This one here, I think I would like to put, bit north of Mount Whitney. Very nice. So roughly in whatever national forest that is, that has Mount Whitney in it in California. Very nice. Okay, so this is where we're going to have a lot of fun. I have this really nice teardrop that I already have the background in on, and I think what I'd like to do with this one is put in a sea turtle. So let's have some fun. I am going to put out a bunch of abalone and see if I can piece together one. Sometimes I find another animal pieces together for me. Go. So look at all those pretty colors, all that beautiful little pieces. So let's see. Now, what you want to do is you want to put it together first, then we'll put it in resin and we'll cure it, and then we'll put more resin on top. All right, so let's see here. And the ones that are stuck together are ones that I accidentally got goop on, and I usually wipe them off and they'll be fine. That one, that's a little piece of lapis lazuli. I can't remember how you say it. All right, first let's work on the shell. There we go. And this is where I put on I have a magnifying glass over it so I can really see the shapes well. Grab a few more out of here. So much fun. So if you're hanging out, thank you for hanging out with me. Let's see, that's an interesting one. I like it. Got some beautiful colors in here. I love abalone. It's just so pretty. Okay, I love this one. This one right here. It's kind of hard to see. Put it over here so you guys can see it a little bit better. It's interesting. So I'm going to put it to the side. And that's a potential one. Here's another potential one. And this is fun. Ooh. I wish those two matched. Oh, haha. So the long arms of them are the fun part to look for, because you want two that match but look opposite shaped. I think I'm gonna move this out of the way. This is doing nothing for me. So it's kind of like working a jigsaw puzzle, to be honest with you. I'm looking for specific types of pieces that I can maybe put together to turn into a beautiful sea turtle. And let's see here. I do have Rose here. Oh, I keep forgetting to get the camera from you, Salts. I forgot the Rose cam. Bring the Rose cam tonight. Heck, maybe I should meet you guys at the studio. We could cut your hair here too. Oh, sorry. Was that too much information publicly? Okay, let's see. Oh, you're Oh, Inyo County. Yeah, that's where they were vacationing, and we'll do that live too. See, it's kind of hard to say, that's for sure. The little pieces look like abalone a bit. Yes, they're all abalone. Awesome. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, sorry, squirrel. Okay, all of these pieces are little bits of abalone, and all of them have some pretty good reflective qualities. I've kind of ditched the ones that were too gray, although you do keep some gray ones because they're kind of interesting. So let's see here. I have a little dish full of them. And like I said, a lot of this is like, so I've got those three. A lot of this is like, I've been watching, my kids will be on watching people on YouTube playing video games. And so this is my version of that. It's called Find Pieces, Put Them Together, and Make Them into a Turtle. Gotta be a sea turtle though. This piece needs a sea turtle. That was interesting. We either had a sonic boom or something. We're right near a military base. It could have been anything. Okay, I'm gonna put some more pieces over here. See if any, oh, this is good. Like this one. This one's almost a heart. You guys see that one? That one's beautiful. It's almost a heart. This is going to be my tortelle. Okay, let's see which side looks better. That one's good. Do we like the pink side or do we like that side? Can you guys even see it? So this side is kind of, it's got a lot of the ridges and stuff in it, this one. Oh. So we got that one, side A. Now we have side B. What side do we like, people? Do we like the one that's more pink or the one that's kind of more bluish? Yeah, that was Miss Rose. Okay, pink it is. Yeah, I concur. I think the pink is awesome. All right, so we have that part, which is good. Now let's find the little front fins. Put all these in here. Oh, those two look pretty good. Let's see. This is so much fun, guys. Really. Ooh, I like that one. Look at the colors in that. Oh, it's for those who can't see it, it's got almost a neon blue in it. It's really pretty. Let me see if I can move the lights a little bit better for you guys. Well, I guess it works. All right, move out of the way. Oh, this. I like that one. This one I like. And this one I like. Got those two. Let's see. There's the head. Let's see. Look at how much fun this is. So it's just like a jigsaw puzzle, I'm telling you. That's pretty. Okay, let's see here. And I'm trying it without the royalty-free background music because I did get some feedback that it kind of got annoying. And that's fine. I respect that. You guys can play your own tunes in the background. That's actually better for you. Maybe I'll find my headphones and do the same so that I have some cool tunes going too. So we definitely have chosen the pink. Now all we need is our front flippers. And I like having bigger front flippers because that nothing says big front flippers like sea turtle, you know? See, I have all these right down here. These are my contenders. Aren't you guys glad you tuned in for this today? I will have it soon. I know it's here. this one. Okay, so this is where your imagination, you know how you look at clouds? This one here reminds me of the gorgeous long fins on humpback turtles. So this one I'm actually going to put in here because I like that so much. I might make a humpback whale one. That would be fun. I love whales. Okay, this is an interesting one. How about this one? Yep, that's good. I like that one. I also have to have them be the same thickness. I do have some that would match some of these perfectly, except the thickness is all wrong. And it would stick up too much. Okay, so I have to decide in here. These are my back fins, by the way. I have to make a decision. I wonder if this one has another side. Well, that's kind of nice. I do really like this one. Let's see. I'll find it, guys. The other day I was just sitting here just making shapes. I did some dragonflies, I did some birds. Oh, look at the teeny tiny heart. Isn't that cute? That's an interesting one. I'll just put that up there. Nothing as pretty as abalone. Really lovely. Those two pieces look good. But are they too big? They might be. Let's find out. Slippery little devils. I need to get a little spatula to move them around. My fingers are too big. Yeah, it looks good. I wonder if they're too big. I wonder if these two would be better. Oh, let's find out. All right. Things that make you go, Yeah. I think that's my turtle friends. All right. I do want to see if I can put a sliver of a tail in there. I know that's going to sound ridiculous. I've got to clean up my workspace slightly. There we go. Need a little room to work. So I have this rubber silicone mat and the abalone sticks to it. Let's go over here. Aha, there we go. Perfect little tail right here. There, right there. All right, let's get down to it, folks. Go ahead and use my resin. Put just a little bead of it down, not too much because then my stuff keeps moving around. Spread it about. And get rid of any that goes on the lip here. All right. It's much easier to move them with the thing. I'm getting a little bit on here so I can pick up these pieces easier and put them down. Then they're more manageable that way. Okay, I'm just scooting the pieces into position. I have to remember to clean up the edges because I don't need resin slopping over the edges. Move this one around. And for my teeny tiny itty bitty tail, where'd my tail go? Oops. It was right there. So things move around a little, so you gotta always before you put any UV light on them, you have to be sure it's exactly the way you want it. Because once that UV sets, there's no real moving it, so. The tail's not working for me. I think I'll go tailless on this one. There we go. It's kind of messing with the artistic lines. Okay, is he centered? Notice how a lot of fussing goes into this. Now they start to move around, become difficult, like this one's hiding now. This part takes the longest, honestly. This piece is so pretty and it keeps trying to hide. I think I liked it the other way. There we go. Alright, so I need to make sure that it is level and exactly the way I want it. And again, this part always takes a long time, but this is the most important part. You really want them to look good. It's a feisty one here. Here we go. This one I want to get slightly under there. Have to do surgery, folks. And these sell for under $40, and I put a lot of work into them. That's looking very turtly. I like it, finally. I finally like it. Okay. All right. See? Got about the same distance here as here. Yep. I think this is good. Now, if you're doing resin jewelry, one thing you need is a torch or a heat lamp. And I'm just going to pass over it quickly, and that pops any little bubbles. Now, let's go ahead and get this one into place before it decides to move. So I'm just using a UV light now, guys. Don't look into this. Oh. The reason why I'm not putting it into, I have a little cool thing like you put your nails in when you're doing nail art. The reason I'm not putting it in there is I don't want it to like shift. I'm trying to lock it into place. Then I will put it over into there after I let it sit for a little bit. So you guys are just seeing it as something blue. I'm not supposed to look at it, and I don't look at it. It's not good for your eyeballs. If you are going to do resin art jewelry, be very careful of your eyeballs. It's very important to protect them. Okay, so this is probably set a little bit already. So I'm going to take it over and put it into my little thing because it'll time out for 5 minutes. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, we're back. So it's cooking, and while it's cooking, I'm going to start plotting the next one. Let's see. How about, I love this. I think this is just so pretty. Do I see anything I could put in it though? You hear Rose snoring? It's really funny. She's my cute little puppy. We'll have a Rose cam. I swear we'll have a Rose cam. Okay. So I've done some flowers and things like that. I think I'll make a tide pool out of this one. This one's perfect for a tide pool. So is this one for that. So let's go ahead with this one. We'll make it into a tide pool. So to do a tide pool, put a little bit of resin down, and I'm just going to put random pieces of the abalone in a pattern, or in a non-pattern actually, to be quite honest. So the fun part about this is I get to pick colors I think are awesome. So let's see. I'm going through here. This one's beautiful. I mean, look at that. That's lovely. And there's a beautiful piece right there. Got the pretty pinks in there. Got another blue. So I've done a few of this mid-size. I'm going to grab some of the smaller stuff to fill it in, because you know, if you've ever looked into a tide pool, you'll know that the rocks just kind of all go together. Not all of them are pretty. Let's see. That one's an interesting one. See? Put it right here. Turn this one around. Okay, now I'm going to get the teeny tiny pieces. Let's see here. That one's nice. Kind of a pink. Another little pretty one. Kind of fitting them into spots here. So I'm filling everything in. Oh, this side's much prettier. Always check both sides. Look at that. That's really pretty. It's okay to let them overflow each other a little bit. Kind of like they would get if they were in a tide pool. Let's get a little space in there and put something in between. Oh, that's a pretty one. Kind of a lavender color. There. Nice. Settling in quite lovely. Oh. Turn my frog my turtle back on. So I usually work on a lot of pieces at once. Now as I get to the top, I'm going to put them more sparsely apart. Part of the tide pool thing, you know? There's a teeny tiny itty bitty one that's very cute. This one actually is a little too square. It looks a little unnatural. So we'll go ahead and put that, actually put that over here. That might be super handy when I'm putting together shapes. I'm gonna find a really pretty one. This one is beautiful. Isn't that nice? Once I get it to where I want it, go ahead and do the same to this one. So notice how I have a little space up in the top? That's to kind of give it more of a lone look there. There we go. I'm gonna throw that under the thing. So here we have our turtle. Okay, so what are we gonna do with our turtle? There's a couple of things we can do. I think what I would like to do is have him be going back out into the ocean. So I'm gonna get a little cup and I'm gonna put some, here's the cup, a little cup, and I'm going to actually grab my little bag of ocean sand. This sand in particular came from Mendocino, California. And I just grabbed a little bag of sand. The only place I won't borrow sand from is Hawaii because I heard it's possessed, and that's the last thing I need is that. Right. Get a little spoon. Okay, I'm going to put a little of this in here. There we go. So I put that in, got my spatula here, I'll put a little of my resin in, and what I want to do is I'm going to make a little sand. I might need a little bit more. Okay, so with UV resin, again, you have to have it be thin layers, very important. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down here. Okay, see how I have that? I'm just going to hold it upright a little bit so the sand settles down to where it looks more natural. His little feet are just in it. Yeah, that looks good. Get that excess off of there. Clean off the spatula. And I'll go ahead and nuke that a little bit. First I'll hang it a little bit. I want it to kind of drop down. Not onto my thing though. Just keep this as clean as possible. There. Okay, stick it in the baker. All right, I'm going to do the same with this. This one's also going to be a tide pool. One thing I forgot to do was run the torch over it real quick, so hopefully it'll all turn out fine. I think I'm going to work on this one being mostly blue tones. I lied, I just put pink in it. It was just such a pretty piece. I thought this really belongs there. This one too. Kind of a mother of pearl look. I like it a lot. Okay, let's get other pretty pieces in there. Lovely. Both sides of this one are lovely. Couldn't go wrong on either one. Just dropping them in. Oh, this one's cool. This one looks like a fish fin. Put that in my bin over here, because that's one I might use for something else. If you see something, you'll never find it again, ever. So put it aside if you see something that you think you can use for something else. Oh, this one's too red. Dropping in pretty colors. droppers. That one went right where I wanted it. Well, not really, it left. That's the side I wanted. This one's fun. I'm trying to figure out the last two pieces for it. Now I'm just looking for shapes. Just looking for shapes. There we go, that's the shape I want. I'm dropping it right up into this layer here. And I'm going to pick this one here to go right there. All right, I'm going to pass the torch over it. Pop those little bubbles. And you don't have to blast it. Okay, look at that one. Isn't that pretty? So that's one tide pool. I think I'm ready to go to my next step with Sid Turtle. Okay, I'm going to work with some of my ocean. See how I have my ocean pennant up here? I'm going to kind of put a little ocean behind him as well. Like he's swimming back out to sea. So I need some colors. And I'm going to use some alcohol ink in this one. I want to get the darkest color. My favorite for the darkest color is Glacier. Sort of an ultramarine blue for those of us who are visual artists. Oh look, I spilled it all over. Oh well, that's what baby wipes are for, right? A couple of drops in there. Mix it up. I might need to add a little bit more to it. Seems a little thin. I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, look, I've got it on me. That's fun. There we go. Now you can't have it too dark or it won't cure. So it's better to do multiple layers, but the light has to get through in order for it to cure the resin. So look what a mess I am. Take a moment when you're a mess and grab a wipe and clean yourself, or it'll end up everywhere. I have a bunch of the, I think it's the dye dried on there. I'll deal with that later then. Okay. All right, so I have it a little darker, but I want it to be blended. And I don't want it to be on the turtle's head, so I'm going to go ahead and push back off that Now, if you have a natural toothpick, that is truly the best thing to use for lifting off. Get it off my turtle's head a little bit. Now I've gotten more on the turtle's head. Oh boy. Made it worse. There we go. That's better. If you guys can see that, I'm sorry if I'm going off. So holding it like this so that the little turtle's head no longer gets done. I'm going to go ahead and cure it in my hand a little bit. So keep it from moving around. After about 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and put him. It should not move around after that. Yeah, I think it's pretty solid. Go ahead and put him under the light. Let's grab some of the ones we've already done. This one's ready to be topped off. So I'm going to get the, oh, I hate it when I lose some of those pieces. They're so pretty. Okay, so this is my first one. I'm going to go ahead and put a bead of the hard resin. The hard resin is the highest viscosity, or lowest viscosity. Gotta get my viscosities right. And I want to add enough so it tops it a little bit, but doesn't overflow. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's domed a little bit. Okay, and it's real important to hit the torch on it, but not too long. The torch will actually be non-beneficial because it can actually knock your thing off. Okay. Now, do I have it on all of my corners? It looks like it's in all my corners. And I'm actually just seeing how the light runs off of it. I'm going to go ahead and set it. And this one will be ready to put on a chain and label. I notice that there is a little bubble up on the top. So what I'm going to do is I will cure it all the way and then I will sand that bubble off and recoat it. Sometimes bubbles just appear. This one. Okay. I don't know if you can see the bubbles in that one. We'll get rid of them. I'm going to let it sit just for a minute so those more bubbles, if there are some, they'll come to the surface. It'd be nice to not have to do some cleanup work on it. Yeah, I think that one's good. This is fun. So if you are curing outside in the sun, it's going to take a little longer, but it'll work. It's very fun. Okay, I think this one will be set enough that I can carefully put it under the UV lamp. We'll bring back out our turtle. All right, now I'm going to put a little seafoam on. Just a little bit. We don't need a lot. So I have these little resin things that I got at the dearly departed, so sad, the dearly departed Joann's. I'll miss them. They had fun stuff. I'm just getting a little white. I'm not going to put too much. I don't want it to compete with my turtle. And if I'm not careful, it will compete with my turtle. This one's another case for a toothpick. So I have this white, and I don't want to use this one. Grab a toothpick. And I reuse my toothpicks all the time. I think I've had the same one in my kit for a long time. All right. Bit here. Just kind of pull it down into where the water would be. Wave going out here. Again, I'm going to put it up like this. Hit it with a little light to just kind of fuse in those waves. Don't look at the light. All right, I'll put him under the thing. Let's see, this little fella. This is the one who needed a little work, I think, if I recall right. Or did it cure itself? And now I'm not seeing any issues. Oh, that's wild. Must be the other one. That turned out beautiful. Where no matter where you turn it, it gets different greens and blues. Must be the other one that needed redoing. So this one's ready to go. I'll put it back under and I'll let it chill its vibe. This is the one, yeah. That one needs a little bit of work. It's just a little bubble right at the top. I'll take care of that. All right, now move these over here. My colors. Okay, some of these could go back in their respective things. The little ones I liked, so they'll stay there. And I have these. I don't know if I'm going to make that into a one necklace with 3 on it or 3 different heart necklaces. I haven't decided. Yeah, who knows? Could be anything. Might be too much. I don't know. All right. So I'm going to put away some of my. Is that hard yet? For the strips on here, all you have to do is I'm just going to put the UV light on it. It'll peel right off. So the next thing we're going to do is finish the turtle. Finish the turtle. See? Just like that. Have a little water drop. Easy peasy cleanup. Doing a little cleanup while we wait for our turtle to cure enough to put a top coat on it. I try to sort out my pieces by size, so I have 3 different sizes. Makes it easier for me to just grab one depending on the size of the pendant I'm working on. I don't have to worry about having a huge bucket of them. Note to self, it's easier to not use a rubber mat with this because the abalone sticks. Some of the sand I got was wonderful because it actually has sea urchin tongs in it, or prongs or whatever they are. It's great fun. Okay, here we go. Oh, the turtle, the turtle, the turtle. You guys can see him. All right, so what I'm going to do now is just put a little bit, float a coat of resin over them. And I have to be careful with this. These are weird bezels. I just got them and they're pretty, but they also are problematic. And I can't put a real deep top coat on them because they tend to overflow like it's doing at the bottom here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with my finger to try and get it to behave. So if I tell it where to go with this, it'll make a line. I want a nice line. If I'm gonna take it all the way out to the edge, that's fine, but it has to be consistent or it just looks wrong. I think that looks actually pretty good. Now there's some tiny bubbles in here. These bezels are a little more challenging to put a top coat on. What I might do is just not fight it and bring it out to the edge here. I think I will do that because it's not really looking right. I don't want it dripping over the edge though. That's real important. Okay. I'll hit it with the flame. It's a flame. Now here's where we get to, do we dare to put another drop in? I think I'm going to dare to put another drop in because I'm seeing a little ripple where the top of the turtle head is. Again, not looking at it, man, not looking. This has been fun. And again, we are sponsored today by the Buenaventura Art Association. Super awesome nonprofit. Always seeking grants, donations, or any form to keep us going. We have lots of programs for youth and for adults. Okay, we'll let it just cure a bit and then I'll show you guys the final product. In the meantime, I'll do a little cleanup. It's even sticking to me. If you have any questions about resin art, let me know. I don't know everything, but kind of cool. I know enough, and I can also find out answers if you need to know. Go ahead and put our BAA thing over to the side. Clean. Okay, in just a couple of minutes, we'll be able to see the final product with the turtle. One more round for you. The light went off, so I'm waiting for it to do it again. Man, I hope you guys have had fun. I've had fun. And the table does have a level in it. Isn't that nice? If you're doing resin, it's great to have a little leveling table because that way when you fill up your little charms, they don't look terrible. They're nicely balanced. Yay. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so first, there's one of our tide pool charms. Look at that, how beautiful it looks when you tip it around. Lovely. And the other one, which looks really good. I will be fixing that little blemish on it. Oh, lovely. And here we go, the sea turtle swimming out of the ocean. Thanks you guys for hanging out with me while I did them. I will be putting these in the gallery. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me. More than happy to hang out with you. And thanks so much, guys. It's great fun. Talk to you maybe tomorrow even. Definitely though on Tuesday. Tuesdays are our regular days. And we'll probably be bringing back the oil painting very shortly. Talk to you guys later.